Welcome to San Francisco. We have grass. So this is our model of our suburb, and right here we have all the common buildings that people will go to, such as the ice cream parlor, the library, the school, the pool that goes along with the rec center. We have the bank, we have the grocery store, the courthouse, the laundromat. This is the shopping mall, and we have, lastly, the Patty's Pub. So these are the common buildings in the community that people would visit whenever they wanted and whenever they needed to. So the next step that we have is, these are our photographs. So this is the one that we're going to describe. As you can see, they're all kind of older looking. They're kind of raggedy on the edges, if you can tell. They're black and white, so that shows that they're from the 1950s. This is the specific one that we're going to talk about. This is about shopping, and as you can see, there are two women holding bags and boxes because they just went shopping. It's such a necessity and an activity that women especially did in the 1950s, and this was just very popular among girls to just go there and have fun. It's kind of like a social hour time for them. And okay, so for this is for the author. So the main thing that we wanted to talk about in here is on this second page. It's talking about transportation. Transportation was super important for people, especially males, because they were the ones that got the cars, and usually there was one per family. But the thing was, when they came into the suburb, that's when they bought the cars, because this was the time that they were going to settle down, get a house, and start a family. Before, it was just kind of public transportation that they were using in the cities. They had no use for an actual car, because there were no there were no cars or something. There were no roads available, sorry. Okay, so this is the brochure that we had, and we were talking about how to stay away from the city. We're talking about all the good activities that they had, just talking about positive things about our suburb personally. And these are the questions. So the first question we want to talk about is, what types of businesses do we want? And we have many businesses, all the ones that you've seen. Those are the ones that we highly encourage and that we think that should be in our suburb. The next question, what does the data look like for the race of individuality that resides within our community? So we have mostly whites, but at the time there weren't too many blacks that came into our particular suburb. There were other blacks in other suburbs, but ours personally were just mainly whites, but we're completely open to multicultural people. So this question, what type of housing do you want? So we wanted to create a safe, secure, large backyard type of housing environment for people. That's why people came to the suburb, for security and to build a family. This next question we have is, how long will it take the individuals that reside in your community to commute to their jobs? It'll on average take 15 to 30 minutes if they're going into the city. If they're not going into the city and they're just working at one of the businesses that we talked about earlier, that would just be a very short commute. But if you're going into the city, 15 to 30 minutes, we think that's a reasonable time. And
that's it.
Okay.